and welcome back to part 3 of Smackdown this evening, as we now have Sydney versus Molly Holly, with the special guest being Megan. Molly Holly was not impressed with what was going on earlier tonight, so this should be a very interesting matchup. Is Molly Holly behind the attacks? Sydney thinks so. Let's find out what goes down in our next match, as here comes our former women's champion and special guest referee for this contest. Megan lost the title of Unforgiven in the fatal four-way between the Bellas and Molly Holly, but the attacks on the women have continued over the last few weeks. Remember, we've seen that video on Raw a couple of weeks ago with Karma video coming on. Is it Karma behind these attacks? We will soon to find out. The women are desperate to find out who it is has been behind this in recent weeks. And this woman thinks she knows who it is. Sydney thinks Molly Holly has been behind these attacks in the recent weeks. As you see, but Molly Holly overheard her saying it to Megan, was not happy and asked for this match tonight. Does Sydney know something that we don't? Because she's adamant it is Molly Holly, but as she said, you cannot trust anyone around here. So, well, let's find out, but I'm sure this next lady will have something to say about that. Molly Holly, the Bellas have accused her of being the attackers, now Sydney. So she looks very, very calm. She wasn't that earlier this evening when she was in the GM room. Mr. Jones gave her this match, made Megan the special guest referee. Let's find out what happens tonight. All of these girls in the ring vying for Nikki Bella's women's title. But as you see, the girls have always had in the back of their mind, who is the next to be attacked? They've even been told to stay away from the last couple of shows. So, but we're back to women's action. Let's find out as off we go. Sydney versus Molly Holly. Molly into the top, and the suplex takes it over. Vertical suplex takes her over. Sydney, the much bigger woman, she stands about 6'3", 4 inches. A very tall lady. Molly Holly's got the power in it, as Megan so far just trying to stay out of it. I had to try and get a word in the commercial break, but nothing. We couldn't get anything with these competitors. Look at this, just Molly taking down Megan. Sets her up, slams the hand on the floor. And now this is the move that put away Mike Dalton earlier on. What you gonna do? Oh, Megan wasn't looking. And she's applauding. Molly Holly's asking her why. She says she didn't see it. And she's allowing the match to continue. And Sydney now has took control. Lovely kick to the back of the head. Into the clinch. Now the big backdrop. And Molly, if this turns her into Molly Holly will surely say she had this match won. Definitely has seen a tap from Sydney with what Megan did not see. Again, turns around, big neck breaker from Sydney, takes her down. Can Sydney take advantage here and pull off the win? Lines her up, kick to the face. Surely that could be it. Oh, she's doing it again. Another drop kick to the face. She is putting punishment on Molly Holly. Sets her up. Here it comes. Bang! Down right across the knee. Goes to the top. Oh, and misses. well, that's it. She went for a finishing move. She's gone for the pin. Megan out of position. Doesn't even get a 1 count. And then a big spine buster from Sydney. Again goes to the pin. 1. Just a 1. Poetic justice. Sydney likes to call a finishing move. Now she's in trouble. Molly Holly in control. But feeling the effects. Look at this back suplex pinned. And only a 2. Looked a bit fast from Megan there. Maybe she's just trying to get back on Molly's good side, but a big swinging neck breaker. Now what's Molly going to do here? Off the ropes. And the axe kick takes her down. That should be enough. But Sydney does well to get out the ring. And now they're fighting on the outside. Sydney taken into the rope, into the ramp, barricade, sorry. But these girls, a lot of anger inside of them because of these sneak attacks that have been happening recently. And Molly Holly takes her over for the suplex. Megan counts the 3. I don't know if that looked a bit fast, but she's counted the 3, and Molly Holly has picked up the win in this one. A big win for Molly Holly over Sydney, but I looked a bit fast. Let's have a look again. Well, it could have been saying that it could be a bit fast, but in the end it is a 3 count. And Molly Holly picks up the win over Sydney tonight. The women back in action, and I'm sure Nikki Bella will be somewhere watching this, knowing that Molly Holly could be the next contender for the women's title. But remember what they said, Molly Holly and Megan, they will be in the ring on Monday night, and they want the attacker to come out and face them. Will we find out who it is on Monday Night Raw? As we can see, oh now look at this, after the match, Molly Holly is not through with Sydney. They're all that frustration, and Megan is taking her off, telling her to calm down. So much frustration in Molly Holly being accused of it. All the women backstage of being the attacker. You can sort of, well, maybe it's gone a bit too far with that. As we're backstage with our GM, Mr. Jones, who says, after what we've seen tonight, there will be a 6-man tag team next week. The Wyatt family taking on Chuck Taylor, Bane and Edgar. What a good match that will be. Edgar having his problems with the Wyatt family, but getting the better of Bray Wyatt tonight and remaining the hardcore champion. Well, Chuck Taylor and Bane were also in action. And they will say the spaces for the Money in the Bank match will be filled next week. And there will be a surprise. Some people... And a match that will surprise some people. Well, let's see what that will be next week. No more details is he going to give next week, and he's just saying enjoy the main event, which is, well, we have Fandango at the moment. Well, let's have a go backstage with Boulder. And he says he's with the US #1 contender, Fandango. And he says, Fandango says at Money in the Bank he will not care, as he will dance. Well, he'll dance into Money in the Bank, and they will always... Oh, wait a minute! Matt Walker, NWO, the new United States champion. He's in the main event next. No need for this. Sneak attack. Laying out Fandango. What a coward from behind. No need whatsoever. Well, he's taken yet another one of his contenders out. But up next, it is the NWO in 6-man tag team action. They're against Biggie Langston and Kings of Wrestling, Antonio Cesaro and Cassius Ohno. That is up right now. And here come the NWO, formed last week here on Smackdown. It was a ploy all along. We all know Kevin Nash, the leader of the NWO, along with Wade Barrett and Matt Walker. You just have to say, what will these 3 men be up to this week? Matt Walker, well, took the United States Championship off Big E Langston. Good victory, third victory in a row of Big E Langston on Raw. And well, it will now be a triple threat match at Money in the Bank for the United States Championship. Big E Langston and Fandango challenging Matt Walker for the title, but you've got to remember, I'm sure the NWO will be lurking for this match. Six-man tag team match, and we will see all the NWO in action. And they will have some tough opponents in Big E Langston and Kings of Wrestling. But NWO, what can you say about them? So far, they've got what they've wanted. They will also be in a number one contendership match, remember, on Monday Night Raw, when they will take on the Spotlight to see who will challenge the Shield at Unforgiven. So NWO are well on their way for what they said their target was to just win it all. And here is Big E Langston, former United States champion. Revenge on his mind. He was really screwed out of two matches, and then on Monday night lost the United States Championship. He will want his hands on the NWO tonight in our main event. But he's got two, well, very good tag team partners with him. Kings of Wrestling, who have had their problems with, well, Wade Barrett and Matt Walker especially. Got two victories over them in our early shows. So know all about them, and will look to continue their winning ways and try and get into the tag team title picture themselves. Very, very successful tag team so far. We're very unlucky against the Shield last week, right here on Smackdown. So let's see what happens this week. Cassius Ohno and Antonio Cesaro, big fan favourites in with the non-stop wrestling community, and they will look to take down the NWO with Big E Langston tonight. As off we go, big Kevin Nash and Big E Langston. Well, what a way to start this six-man tag team match. Langston has wanted really to get his hands on Kevin Nash ever since last Thursday night, when Kevin Nash was the special guest referee and really screwed Big E Langston out of the match, and that formed up the NWO. That's a big neck breaker there from Big E Langston. He is not going to mess about. Langston, look at this, look at the power, just scoops up Kevin Nash, takes him down and lays big punches on the back of the head. Langston is not in a good mood, and he has not been in a good mood for quite some time. Wants his United States Championship back, will get that chance at Money in the Bank. He's in the wrong corner at this moment in time. Wade Barrett is tagged in. First time we will see the Englishman tonight. Remember, as I said, Wade Barrett and Matt Walker had been defeated twice by Kings of Wrestling, so it's not, but this is different. This is the NWO under Kevin Nash's tutelage. They said it can all change. They said the game has changed, and well, with Matt Walker already gaining a singles title and Kevin Nash and Wade Barrett having a chance to become the #1 contenders to the tag team belts, who's not to say that what they say is all going to come true, as Antonio Cesaro drops down the big elbow, looking to get finish with Barrett with a neutralizer. What a maneuver! This one could be over very, very quickly. No, just a one count. Wade Barrett still having enough about him to neutralise it very early in the match. Cesaro likes to put his opponents away, and Barrett comes back with a big scoopness slam there. Sidewalk slam kind of manoeuvre. And again picks him up, drops him down. Two very, very hard moves. Cesaro now in the wrong corner, slammed into the wrong corner. Look at Barrett hitting Nash. But look at that, he's went straight after Biggie. Langston may have took his eye off the ball. Nash is recovering, got back up, and big boot from Cesaro. This is look at this, it's rubbing his face on the floor. Cesaro. Look at this. This is the technical wrestling. We've yet to see our United States champion in this match. Big shot to Barrett. Into the corner. Biggie Langston tagged back in. There'll be Langston's chance to drop the elbow right across the back from the drop toe hold into the cover. Oh, and that's 3! And we have a shock win here, ladies and gentlemen. Biggie Langston has picked up the win. Let's just see this again. Oh, I think Barry dropped face onto the canvas, and with the effects of the neutralizer early on, well, it was short-lived. Langston didn't get a chance to get his hands on the United States champion. That will happen in, well, 10 short days, where he will meet Matt Walker and Fandango in for the United States Championship at Money in the Bank. Surely this is not going to go down well with Kevin Nash. His team have been defeated, and they will have to get themselves picked up for that United States for the tag team title match on Raw. But that is it for tonight, ladies and gentlemen. From beautiful Dave Easton, it's good night, and join us for NXT on Saturday night.